Hey guys, Coach Julia Gurman here. Today I'm going to review the proper mechanics for doing rowing or pulling exercises. I'm also going to emphasize an important difference between doing double arm and single arm rows or pulls, and why it's important to make sure that you include single arm variations in your workouts. So first and foremost, whether you are doing double arm or single arm variations, whether you're doing horizontal rows, vertical pull downs, or any of the rowing variations or pulling variations in between, the mechanics are generally the same. And just like the push-up, the movement initiates at your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades, your scapula, some people call them their wings. And because your scapular movement or mobility is so important, I'm going to invite you to assess yours with me now. So you're going to start your arms up, shoulder height straight out in front, core brace on. And if you don't know what I mean by core brace, I did a video on this a couple weeks back, so go ahead and review that first. But from here, reach your fingertips forward, feel your shoulders round forward and your shoulder blades move apart, which is called protraction. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your shoulder blades, initiate the movement there. Draw your shoulder blades back in and down towards each other into retraction. And do that a few times. Reach forward into protraction, shoulder blades draw down and back into retraction. And just notice your range. It's most likely not going to be a big one. But the core brace is important because if it's not on, what generally happens then is this. And people will compensate by arching their low back or creating hyperextension or lordosis. And even with your brace on, there is some spinal extension, but through your thoracic cavity, your thoracic spine, which you want and need. Because your thoracic spine, your scapular, shoulder blades, and your shoulders all work together. After your straight arm assessment, bend your arms 90 degrees, elbows are by your side, palms are up. You're going to do the same protraction or retraction with bent arms. So send your shoulder blades apart into protraction, draw your shoulder blades back down in for retraction. Apart, protraction, retraction. Do that a couple times, and once again, just feel. And core brace is on. Now last movement, if you have access to overhead, take your arms there now, core brace on. Reach up towards the ceiling, feel your shoulder blades come up towards your ears, and your shoulder blades do this as they move apart, upward, away from each other, and they elevate, so upward rotation. And then draw your shoulder blades back, down, and in, downward rotation, depression. Reach up, reach down, reach up, reach down a few times, again, core brace on, and just notice what you feel, what you have access to. Now, one of the beautiful reasons to do the assessment first, one is to practice doing it with your core brace and really note that it's not a big movement, but yet it's a very important one, and to see where you're at right now. But two, the same principles you just applied in the assessment can be applied in your strengthening movements. So, for example, double arm band row here, set up the same way it was in the assessment. Knees are soft, core brace on, band draws me forward into protraction. From here, I retract, and then my arms follow with the row. Protract, retract, row. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, one of the important differences between doing double arm and single arm variations is that just like the push-up as well, in a double arm variation, your end range in your row or pull is going to be determined by the head of your shoulder or the head of your humerus, okay? Because when you do double arm variation, your spine stays pretty, well, it stays vertical, right? But it's pretty equal, it's balanced on both sides, okay? You don't have any access to rotation, which in the rowing variations, okay, when your shoulder blades are moving, through your thoracic spine, which again works in conjunction with your shoulder blade and then your shoulder, you're going to get thoracic movement, a little bit of extension, but you also have access to rotation, which is awesome and huge. So, going back to the double arm variation real quick, play with your range and even go beyond your range and take your arms back and see note where the head of your humerus rounds forward. Then you know you need to stop right before that. Okay? So Stop right before the head of your humerus grounds. In a single arm variation, you're going to have access to more movement. One shoulder blade works at a time. And again, now you can access not just that little bit of extension from your thoracic spine, but also rotation, which is awesome because you gain range and mobility in your scapular movement that you didn't know you had. So single arm variation. Protract, retract, row, and again, you're not going to stop there because you don't need to. A little bit of extra rotation there. Feel as you draw your shoulder blade further down your back and feel how you access, work more muscles. The muscles between your shoulder blades, your middle traps and rhomboids, your lower traps, your lats, your teres major, which mimics your lats, your rear rotator cuff muscles, so your teres minor and infraspinatus. And just a quick review of a very popular exercise, dumbbell one-arm row. This bent over row. You can pick your level of bending over, your elevation. It can be at a wall, on a bench, on the floor. You can be split stance or a double leg. But what's going to be really important is that your spine is long. So you're not going to round down, tuck your tail, and round through your lower back. Long spine, core brace on. Let the dumbbell hang, draw you down into protraction. Initiate the movement with your retraction, row, and then rotate. So down, protraction, retraction, row, rotate. It becomes one fluid movement, but I encourage you to try it out in parts first and see, oh, this is where I usually stop or not. This is where I may need to stop in a double arm variation, but in single arm, whoa, look what else I have access to. So I look forward to hearing from you. Any questions or comments, leave them below. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you think anyone could benefit from seeing this information, please go ahead and share it with them. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.